This exercise is called the elevator shaft, and it requires or begins with an awareness of the perineum. And the perineum isn't a big part of our culture, so it's at the very bottom of the torso, at the very middle of the pelvic floor, right between those areas we're shy about mentioning. It's between the anus and the genitals. It's a little, you can find it with a little muscle. When you stop yourself from peeing, it's the perineum you engage. So very gently bring the perineum into your awareness. And see if you can allow the breath to drop down to the perineum and sort of brush it. So you feel that aliveness of the breath deep, deep in the pelvic bowl. And feel a hollow tube rising up through your body. So the perineum is at the very middle of that tube, and the tube rises up, and it includes the spine at the back, but the tube sits in front of the spine. And it rises from the pelvic floor all the way up to the top of the head. And up in the head, locate the center of your awareness. And you'll find you can move the center of your awareness through the head. You can shift it over to one side. You can actually feel it moving towards the back of your head. You just take it for a little ride. You can take it over to the other side of your head. And then bring the center of your awareness right to the middle of that hollow tube. And allow it to begin to descend. Just like a pebble thrown into a pond seeks the bottom of the pond. The center of your awareness begins to move slowly, smoothly, continuously down through the body. And as it drops, it almost feels like it's sliding down through the body towards the perineum. If you find it stalls out, if you find at a certain point it feels reluctant to go further, understand that as a gift. Understand that you've disclosed a little shadow in the body that you might not otherwise have been aware of. And that shadow is a little like an orphan in that it needs to be seen unconditionally. It needs to be welcomed. It needs your love and acceptance. And as you offer those qualities to it, it will begin to dissipate. And as it dissipates, that center of your awareness can resume its descent down, down through the body, until it finally comes to rest on the perineum. And when you feel you've arrived at the perineum, just check in with it. Engage that muscle and locate the perineum. And you may find that you're actually still an inch or so above it. And if that's the case, patiently, lovingly, allow the center of your awareness to drop down and truly come to rest on the perineum. And understand, as you rest there, that you're resting in a realm that neither requires language nor necessarily finds it adequate. It's a realm in which everything is simply felt. It's a realm that brings you to the ground of your being and brings you into relationship with the world around you. As you rest there, and deeply, deeply rest there, you find yourself resting in the present. And be aware that as you do that, there is so much information you're able to attune to, information that doesn't come in words or bits. It's information that is felt and immediately understood. You're being informed by this present moment.